Shirley Chisholm is one of many great Black women activists. She accomplished many great things and they will be highlighted in this video. Chisholm was born in Brooklyn, New York to a father from Guyana and a mother from Barbados. She lived part of her childhood in Barbados and received some British education. She graduated public school with high marks, attended college on a scholarship, and graduated cum laude with a bachelor's degree in sociology, then got a master's in early childhood education from Columbia University. Chisholm was the first Black American as well as the first female to make a serious bid for U.S. president.
I stand before you today as a candidate for the Democratic nomination for the presidency of the United States of America.
She didn't win, but she laid the foundation for future Black American and female U.S. president candidates such as Jesse Jackson, Hillary Clinton, and Barack Obama. She didn't want to be known as just the Black candidate, but instead, she wanted to be known for the work she did, such as advocating for the rights of minority groups.
I am not the candidate of Black America, although I am Black and proud. I am not the candidate of the women's movement of this country, although I am a woman, and I'm equally proud of that.
Along with being the first Black American and the first female to run for president, Chisholm was also the first Black woman in Congress. She was the only woman considered for the Democratic nomination of the congressional seat. She was an outspoken woman. She refused her first assignment because she was put on the House Agricultural Committee, and she argued that her placement did not let her represent the people of Brooklyn or African Americans well enough. When she argued against her committee placement, House Speaker John McCormack of Massachusetts told her to be a good soldier, and so she brought her complaint to the House floor. She was then reassigned to the Veterans Affairs Committee, which was a more relevant position for her. Chisholm advocated for the rights of marginalized groups such as the women, the youth, and the poor, and she believed that voting was an effective way for them to make changes in the system. For example, one of the bills that she helped pass provided assistance for poor students to go into higher education. Chisholm was also pro-choice and spoke out against traditional gender roles, saying that women were capable of being in professions other than jobs like being a secretary or a teacher. And she felt that Black women were specifically pushed to be in stereotypical jobs such as being a nanny or maid. Also, she was anti-war because she was against the amount of money going towards the war while social programs in poor Americans struggled back home. She spoke out against the Vietnam War in her first floor speech in 1969. Chisholm was also one of the founders of the Congressional Black Caucus, or the CBC, in 1971, which was created to voice the underrepresented African American population on the national level. The CBC uses its constitutional power to help African Americans and other minorities to achieve the best life they can in America by pursuing a political agenda that includes reforming the criminal justice system and eliminating barriers to re-entry, combating voter suppression, expanding access to quality, affordable healthcare and eliminating racial health disparities, expanding access to capital contracts and counseling for minority-owned businesses, and more. After retiring from Congress, she became a professor and taught politics and women's studies at Mount Holyoke College in Massachusetts. Shirley Chisholm helped me realize that there are different ways to be a Black women's activist. First, she was directly involved in the government and used her position to change the legislature for the better of marginalized groups, but she also laid the foundation for future Black Americans and female president candidates. Learning about Chisholm also made me realize that there is a lot of Black women activism history that has been overshadowed and pushed aside. Her story should definitely have been in my history books growing up, and even with the research I did, I know there's a lot more to learn about her and other Black female activists. These women have helped shape and redefine history for African Americans and women in the United States. Chisholm is just one of many other African American women who have fought for the justice of marginalized groups. Her determination, intelligence, and accomplishments are nothing short of spectacular. Shirley Chisholm made history over and over again in this country, and her name deserves to be remembered.